the finance bill, and we can see one of the party leader of the Jubilee Party, which I can see lately you're really gravitating to. Maybe we'll get this announcement sooner. The Jubilee Party crossover from Omgeni. Yeah, he started, telling Kenyans, don't reject the finance bill 2026. Is on record here. And earlier on, we were just interviewing also the CS of Treasury and Economic Planning. That is John Mbadi, who was very categorical that we should be responsible, you as leaders, especially if you're taking special umbrage with some provisions of the finance bill. Spell them out. Tell Kenyans this is what we're not really happy to, but not just a whole stock and a barrel of the entire finance bill, and you just say, reject it in totality. I don't know what will be your comment. That in also promoting intolerance as well.
What are you saying, Dibal? You want to tell me that if I express views here tonight, that Kenyans should reject a finance bill, that's an act of intolerance?
No. The question is, why in its entirety? Because what also the CS is saying, can you pick up some of the provisions that you're not really happy? Some of the provisions that don't really make any lick of sense to you, right? For you to get clarity so that, you can tell Kenyans this particular aspect of the finance bill, we are not really happy with, and we need it to be amended. And that's why we're having public participation. But if you stand on a podium and you tell Kenyans, reject it in its entirety, are you also taking us back?
You have not answered my question. What is wrong if a Kenyan expresses the view that the finance bill should be rejected? Where is the intolerance?
Maybe I need to
give rhyme and reasons why we should reject it.
Yeah, but don't tell us that is intolerance.
Wait a minute.
That's not. I mean, with tremendous respect.
Yes, please.
Where we are going through as a country, this season we are in, where the fuel prices have hit the roof. I mean, I've been in this country long enough to say that I've not seen any government that has increased the price of fuel on one day by 53 shillings. I've never seen it. Now, I think where Dr. Matiang'i is coming from is that a finance bill that is being churned out at this time should be providing some, some relief to Kenyans, okay? Telling them that we are going through this hardship contributed to by the war in Iran, which we have no control over, but being sensitive to Kenyans and telling them, because of what we are going through, because the price of fuel has shot up by, I think in a few weeks, shot up by more than 64 shillings, we are going to reduce the following taxes to cushion you. And this is happening in many jurisdictions, including countries where people earn, their earnings.
Mention those countries.
Okay, let me give you an example like Australia. Do you know the lowest earning worker in Australia? How much do they earn per month? It's close to 8,000. But Australia has announced measures to reduce their excise duty on fuel because they want to control the prices. And the highest they are selling their petrol per liter is $1.80, an equivalent of 180 shillings. Dibal, VAT contributes to the food prices, okay? In many countries, like let's pick Singapore, because we're being told we're being taken to Singapore. The goods and services tax in Singapore is 9%. In Australia, it is 10%. Because the country wants to address the issue of having a happy population that can afford food and put food on the table. Now, have you seen anything in the finance bill that is trying to respond to the hardships that Kenyans are facing? Instead, Kenyans who bought the so-called affordable housing are going to be hit by an increase in rental tax from 7.5% to 10%. Okay, you have already been taxed housing levy 1.5% to contribute towards building of houses. Once you buy the house, the government is saying we now need to move in and tax you from the money you're going to make from this housing. It's moving from 7.5 to 10%. Okay, now Mitumba, the mitumba clothes that we get into the country.
Right.
We are getting an increase on tax. Our phones.
I think you've given enough time.
Yeah, yes.
And he's
So
talking a lot of...
the CSO was very categorical on how also the phones, the excise duty has been taken out.
M-Pesa is going to go up.
I think...
so you want to tell me...
I think...
You want to tell me as...
Debal.
Yeah.
I think you also need to give me... He's spoken so long and talking a lot of...